Tonight, from GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin, Charles. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now here's Mahomes. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. We drop you in now to first quarter action as the offense begins this drive. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. Gets through, and now an opening. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. A fake on the jet sweep and a give to Dobbins. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. To the end zone, but now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Carlson able to put this one through, and they will get themselves.
So I think I screwed over my team. I traded all the good players for Patrick Mahomes, bruh, and somebody else.
The KC offense out of the huddle.
I traded defense. Like my good defense players are all gone.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On 2nd down, Dillon. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Mahomes. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before
I don't know where Kelsey, I don't know where all my other good players are in Gray.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37.
Like real life, we're not getting 3 in a row, bro. Jesus.
It's DK Metcalf who's getting some help following that last play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Here's Mahomes to throw, rolling to his left. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter. The
Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
If it wasn't clear already, we lost. Yeah. They're trampling us.
25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Josh Downs.
And like the last play, I also pressed the wrong button. Circle popped up at the last minute. I didn't see circle up there until I already pressed square, bruh.
Another 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. He'll let one go deep for Downs, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the 1st half. That's going to be taken in by Downs. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. DK Metcalf as the 1st half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the 2nd quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 4. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter. But you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession. Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. This is Dillon on the counter. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19. Dillon up the middle. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points. On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Bro, this game's an op, bro. It's out to get me.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. They'll run here with Dillon. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Mahomes steps away. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
They got a field goal. Yeah, I don't know, bruh. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
Set to take over. Mahomes now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 5. Slot man moves right. On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now
the Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Oh, baby, we got a chance.
For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Hands it off out of the gun. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard. In motion right, that's Metcalf. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Oh, this one it may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking when I wasted that time now.
It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, a chance at a big play in his own end zone. But instead, 3rd down coming up. The slot man in motion right. On 3rd down, here's Dillon. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. The kick by Carlson is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 45-yard line. Now Dillon on the inside give. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Mahomes now to throw. Dancing to his left. Just a crazy throw there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Now Mahomes over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Mahomes going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Back to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Payne Durham. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
Mahomes. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here we go. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Dillon is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now.
Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one. And love, I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season. And before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again next season.
So for the Chiefs, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll